Welcome back, part 6, Landcruiser LS swap monster mash thing. So today, or I guess this episode, not necessarily today, I've got a bunch of parts coming in, stuff starting to roll in, so we'll just start throwing stuff on, kind of continue from last time. What I think I'll start off with is the fuel system, and then I guess we get the starter, so whatever. But there's no real rhyme or reason to this episode today, kind of like the last one. Fuel lines over there, return and feed line running back along the firewall, just kind of hooking along down into the original steel lines. So hopefully this is strong enough for the pressure. I imagine it will be. I can't see metal hose clamps, and I flared. I showed you guys a video of me flaring out that side, so that should help enormously with strength, at least on the pressure hose. So the return I'm not too worried about. It's got, like, it should just be no real pressure against anything. It should just be flowing straight to the tank, so I'm not too worried there. Okay, so now that we've got the fuel system set up, I'm gonna start looking at doing some linkage, transfer case shifter linkage. I just did a bunch of stuff and took that over to a shop to get some stuff welded onto it to finish that off. So we'll get onto that after this, but I think the next step what we're going to do is just start plugging in this EFI stuff. This is the most exciting part. So I got the whatever Aces jackpot system, so I came with everything. I did like the holiday deal, so I got the 7-inch screen thrown in, plus some fuel pressure stuff, and I don't remember what else, but anyways, I'm going to just start throwing this stuff on and kind of go from there. So that's kind of where we're sitting at with wiring. I'm gonna have to, I was running into a little issue with this map sensor dude. So basically I'm gonna have to pop off this one. Oh, I left the new one over there, but I gotta pop this one out and then replace it with a 3-bar map sensor. So I'm gonna have to drill that hole out a little bit so it'll fit, and then I can plug this dude in. That'll be good. And then I'm trying to think, I found the alternator wire hiding in the kit, so this is just this will be the activator wire, I suppose, and then the charge wire will come off of this post, I'm assuming. And then this guy here, it's the air temperature for the idle or intake air temperature, so that'll go in somewhere just before this guy. Aside from that, everything else seems to be working. I'll show you guys kind of what I got going on, where I'm thinking about sticking the computer and stuff. I'm gonna look in here, hopefully you guys can see, but kind of the idea is I'm just gonna end up, because there wasn't any good options under the firewall or anywhere on the passenger side. Maybe we'll see about running it up into the glove box, but I kind of want this computer to be able to air out because it's got these fins on the back, so it might get kind of hot. So I'm thinking mount this guy in here somewhere, somehow. But the only kind of complaint that I have is the relays, and these fuses are just like spread out along down the harness here. They're not really compact or in the same area. It's all basically just down the line. You get one here, one there, so it goes almost like 2.5 feet, 3 feet past the actual computer. So it's like, where the heck am I supposed to put that thing if you're trying to kind of keep things nice and tucked away? Alright, so the next thing we're working on is going to be the transfer case linkage. So I've just got the shaft just kind of dangling in there, but I got this plate welded up, and then I cut this back side out, so hopefully I can fit a big bolt in there, slide it through this side, slide it inside of this shaft here, and then bolt it all together. Alright, I'm just going to show you guys. I've kind of stuck it in and out a couple times, and I figured out my spacing and whatnot, and so this is basically how it's going to sit. This will sit into the 2-4 shifter, dude, and then this will be attached to the actual handle, and this block here attaches to the transmission, and this is that bolt is running all the way through this. So alright, so this is basically where that transfer case shifter is sitting at. I've got it, that's 2-wheel drive, or I'm sorry, 4 high, 2 high, so back down to 4 high, into neutral, and then over to 4 low. But the other cool thing with this transmission is I can actually kick it into 2-wheel drive low. So if I want to smoke some tires, throw it right there and send it. Anyways, and I kind of jumped forward quite a bit. I ended up throwing in this B&M shifter dude for the transmission. So it's just a ratcheting type. And so we'll see how that works. I'm still waiting on a part for the transmission, the actual pivoting point for the cable to hook into. And then I ended up running some wires in here, got the boot kind of sitting in here, and that's where I'm going to just run that, basically the wires up into here. Just ended up cutting out this piece of aluminum to set up to kind of bolt everything to. The only weird thing with this kit is this relay down here is just hanging out by itself. For some reason they didn't want to put it with the fuses and the other relay for whatever reason. Anyways, this is where our computer's going to end up sitting right here. It really just ends up taking a lot of that slack out, and I don't have to worry about just like a big cold mess on the floor there. And yeah, so that's kind of what the cockpit's looking like. From here, I've got pretty good reach if I need the e-brake at all. It's not a manual anymore, but if I do need the e-brake, there it is. And then shifter, I'm pretty comfortable with where that's sitting at, you know. Downshift, upshift, throw it in neutral, reverse, and then park. So that's where that's sitting. I do have a lot more wiring to do, but other than that, let's basically, I'm thinking I'm gonna run through, put the radiator in real quick, try to hook everything up. So I'll catch you in a second. Alrighty, so we got the radiator in there. I ended up going to Napa getting some hoses. Got a little extension dude here. I was thinking about plumbing the whatever this thingy-majiggy was, the steam port. That's what it was. I was thinking about drilling and tapping and plugging this guy in here, but somebody sells there's an HVAC piece that'll go into a 5/8 inch line, so I'll just splice into this guy and then plug it in here. So it'll be a bit cleaner than just running this guy up front here. But basically this is where the radiator's sitting. I got the fans plugged in there as well, so it fits basically as good as I think it's gonna fit. And yeah, I think we're kind of running short on time for this video, so I'm gonna end up ending this now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and hope to see you on the next one.